Hi everyone, the purpose of this video is to explain why your laptop, your LPSD teacher laptop, why the screen goes a little funny, it stretches out likely when you connect your SmartBoard or projector to it, and how you can fix that. So I'll take you through what's actually happening and a remedy for it that is also a different way of working with your SmartBoard. So how do we fix a stretched laptop screen when connecting to a SmartBoard or a projector? So the background is, as you know, when you are connecting your SmartBoard, your screen will automatically duplicate. So whatever is on your screen, so my start button and whatnot, will automatically be projected onto my SmartBoard or my projector. In another video and in the handout that I gave every teacher, you'll know that the Windows and P sequence on your keyboard, the Windows button is bottom left. I think it's the third one in from the bottom left. And the P key, Windows P for presentation, pressing both of them brings up this screen. So you can see right now I don't have anything connected to my teacher laptop, so I'm on computer only. If I connected a SmartBoard or a projector to my laptop right now, it would automatically duplicate. But I also have this third option, extend, and I did make mention of it in another video, but I'll go a little more into detail here. Extend means that, in effect, my projector or my SmartBoard screen becomes like a second monitor. So I will keep my start button and everything that you see on this screen, and then all that will project on a SmartBoard or a projector, if I connect it right now and choose extend, is a black background. There will be nothing on it. And many people will, your SmartBoard by default is blue, I believe. Most projectors are set to a blue screen if it's not projecting anything, or if you just don't have signal. But all of a sudden it'll turn black, and many people will think in this there's nothing on the SmartBoard screen, but it would be a black background, or it would look similar to your background. It's almost as though, hey, nothing is being projected, but in effect it actually is projecting. It's as though this left-hand screen is my screen that you see right here, and then another totally individual screen on the right-hand side that just has nothing on it. But I can use my mouse over here and then just scroll over, and my mouse icon will appear. For people that use multiple monitors, if you see your secretary staff all have dual monitors, you'll see them using it in this way. They'll have a document open on the left-hand side, and they can drag that document over to the right-hand side. You can do the exact same thing with your SmartBoard or your projector, and at the same time, it fixes that stretched screen. So for purpose of demonstration, I'm going to connect a projector to my laptop right now, and what you're going to notice is that the width of my screen on the video will shrink by a third perhaps. So what that does for me is it makes my screen all stretched out. That's what I'm seeing. But for you, you'll just notice that my screen shrinks down. And what's happening is because the screen on your teacher laptop is wider by nature than the largest screen that the projector can project, if that makes sense. So your laptop is like a television screen. It's 16 across and 9 vertical, so it's 16 by 9. But a SmartBoard or a projector, they can't project an image that is 16 by 9. So when you're using your SmartBoard and automatically duplicating your screen, by default, that means that the SmartBoard can't project a 16 by 9 screen. It has to change your screen down to the lowest possible resolution that the SmartBoard can project. So I'm just going to plug mine in right now. Automatically, now, hopefully you've just noticed that my screen has just shrunk in size a bit on the video, but for me, even though it's shrunk, the screen has shrunk down for you, it's stretched it out for me, so this is what you would be seeing. Now if I hit the Windows P button, you can see I'm automatically duplicating my screen. But what I'm going to show you is how we can fix that. So I'm right-clicking on the desktop. Anywhere on the black space, just right-click, and I want you to go down to Screen Resolution. Okay? Here you can see that the display is showing that I've got two monitors in effect. I've got the monitor that's attached to the laptop, and I've got the SmartBoard. When I plugged in the SmartBoard, it said, hey, I can only project a screen image that is 1024 by 768. But as I mentioned, my laptop, your teacher laptop, can make a resolution much higher than that. So what I'm going to do is, instead of using this duplicate these displays, okay, I'm going to change it. So I'm just going to cancel out of here. I'm going to go back to the desktop. And I'm just going to Windows P, okay, and I'm going to now, on the video, you should see that the width of my screen has just increased, okay? What that's done is it's made my screen look normal again, so I'm not looking at a stretched screen. Everything looks normal to me. But I can move things over here. See, I'm moving it to the right. What that's actually doing is it is now projecting that screen on my smartboard, because if I move my mouse over here to the right and I keep going past the border of my laptop, I am now using my mouse on my smartboard. So that now I'm bringing it back, okay? And I'm going to show you what that looks like when I go back into right-clicking. I want to go back into the screen resolution. So right-click on the desktop again, screen resolution, and you can see now it looks different. Where before we had two screens that were duplicated, now I've got one screen labeled number 1 and a screen labeled number 2. The screen number 1 is at the recommended resolution, and you can actually hit identify, and the number 1 will pop up on your screen and number 2 will pop up on my smartboard. So my laptop screen is now at optimal resolution, and my smartboard screen is at optimal resolution. The trick being that the smartboard, in effect, the laptop thinks that my smartboard is right beside me on the right hand side. If I'm sitting down, just for the purpose of logistics, if my smartboard is actually on the left hand side of my laptop, so maybe it's off in the left hand side of my classroom, it seems weird to drag my mouse to the right to actually grab something that is physically on the left-hand side of my laptop. So I can literally just come over here, grab this screen, and say, no, my smartboard is over here, actually, okay? And if I hit apply, I can now go over on the left-hand side, okay? So if I'm dragging things over, I'm moving it on the left-hand side. I can then go back. If I wanted, if it is on the right-hand side, I can move it up and down. If you'll notice that if you try this on your laptop, you'll notice that when you move your mouse through the right-hand border, it may appear a little high or a little low on your smartboard. So you can actually grab it and move your smartboard up and down to determine so that when you move your mouse over, it is perfectly lined up. Explaining it sounds probably odd. All I'm saying is give it a try. You'll quickly realize what's going on. The key to this is now I can actually project on my screen, and I'm projecting my screen right now. Or sorry, let me start again. I'm projecting a screen. I'm on the smartboard is just a black background. Okay, so none of this appears. It's not duplicated. It's just a black background. So I can work on my laptop in optimal resolution. I can, look at my email and everything, but the students aren't seeing that. The students are just seeing a black background. If I have Smart Notebook, I can launch Smart Notebook as though this were the application Smart Notebook. I can make it the size I want, and then I can just drag it out. And boom, it appears up on my smartboard. And then I bring my mouse back and I can work here. So I have almost like a student screen that's up on the smartboard and my teacher screen that's over here. If I want to go back, I just scroll my mouse over. I can grab that window again and I drag it back. Okay. Again, if it doesn't make sense, just speak to one of your secretary staff. They'll have been using, or even your admin staff, both of them have been using, both those groups of people have been using dual monitors, and all you need to do is watch them in action and you'll realize the value of this, and it does fix that screen resolution issue that you've got with your laptop. It also gives you a measure of privacy in that you can work on something on your laptop screen and not necessarily project it onto the smartboard screen. So I hope you found this valuable. It's a difficult concept to get across in showing you just on one screen without having a camera in a classroom and actually working, but please do give it a try. To fix a stretched laptop screen with a SmartBoard, try extending your screen instead of duplicating it. Okay, good luck.